inventory accuracy, and how RFID can help your operation. Well, joining us today to speak about that, Steve Schauer, IoT Systems Engineer at Barcoding Inc. Steve, good to see you, welcome.
Thank you very much, Russell. Thank you for having me.
Steve, I don't think we can overstate the importance of inventory accuracy. Let's talk then about the role of RFID and how that is going to help one in that space. Walk us through that.
Absolutely. So, taking a traditional supply chain example using technology that's been around for a long time, barcodes requiring, human interaction, having to scan individual items to move into something a little more automated like passive RFID, where each item still has an identity, but does not necessarily have to be line of sight and scanned individually. You can move from individual items to pallets to large containers with accuracy, speed, and just knowing what you have at any given time.
Well, let's talk about, if we might, the market forces that are driving companies to realize that they need to have better accuracy when it comes to their inventory. What would that be? What would they be?
Absolutely, great topic, great question. So, we'll say the last 2 years have been a challenge for many supply chain customers, retail customers who all of a sudden, who might have started looking into how to optimize their supply chain before the pandemic, 2 years ago, but when online ordering, on-demand fulfillment, and just again, the idea of, hey, I need something right now, right away, and then realizing I don't have that in stock, or I thought I had more of whatever it was, having the ability to mitigate that and say, hey, I know exactly what I have, this order came in, this person's waiting in their car at the curb, I can deliver that to them, and having the technology in place to do that. So a lot of companies realize, I don't have that. I don't know what I have, and we're really caught off guard.
Let's drill down into that, because you raise a great point. The whole scenario began to change a couple of years ago when the lockdown came into place. So walk us through some of those challenges that the retail space, for instance, but everybody, quite frankly, in the supply chain faced because of that.
So yeah, one of the challenges again is, for moving, retail's a good example, moving from the back room to the storeroom floor. And then, so not only customers walking in to buy stuff off the storeroom floor, but now with the rise of, online ordering, and again, the idea of, hey, curbside delivery, they don't get out of their car, somebody brings the items out to them. Take a popular item that all of a sudden, my goodness, we had 10 of them are sold, we have orders for 20. How do we get around that? So having something like, again, passive RFID in place, which is not only the technology that will enable real-time inventory management, but also have the ability to trigger reorders and have real-time analytics to make it a seamless process versus somebody with a pad and paper or a spreadsheet having to go back and check, say, hey, we need to order something pronto, to, no, it's already on order, it's on its way.
Of course, these online orders have just exploded in the last couple of years. Well, so let's stick with that topic for just a moment. Do you see this as something that is leveling off and we're going to see continuing, but more or less at the same pace that we see now, or is it going to continue an increase in growth?
Another great question. I'd argue that it's going to increase and it's going to stay the course, because you're always going to have brick and mortar stores. People are starting to get back out into the world and going back to in-person shopping, but the concept, the convenience, and the speed of online ordering I believe will remain. And also, let's add another thing into the mix, independent stores without traditional point of sale clerks. Being able to walk in, take an item, and obviously you sign up for an account or something like that, being able to take an item, walk out of the store, and your account's now credited, you can walk in, take what you need and leave. That also plays into the mix as well.
So is it fair to say then, if there ever was an important time to be speaking about omni-channel inventory accuracy and speed, it has got to be now?
Absolutely.
Well, then walk us through what are some of the things that we can do to enhance our speed and accuracy. What are the solutions that I need to rely upon?
Another great question. So again, taking a traditional application and introducing passive RFID into the mix, where you may have a 4x6 label with a barcode, human readable, what have you, but have an RFID inlay inside of the label. Now you have everything in a one-stop shop. You can still use barcodes, you can still read the label, but you can also have RFID scanners, as a handheld, or as a portal at an entry-exit point, or at your dock door, that adds that extra breadcrumb trail and automation and hands-free element to the whole, backroom to storeroom floor to what's coming off of your delivery truck.
I want to turn to the impact, particularly in retail, of Walmart. Long-term, short-term impacts of Walmart mandates. Walk us through that. What's your view?
Yeah, so that's a great one. So of course Walmart, many years ago kind of kicked off, the whole explosion, if you will, of passive RFID, and say, hey, what is this technology? Where can I use it? And they've come full circle and said, hey, all suppliers must be RFID compliant to sell in our stores, and they can also use that for their own inventory traceability, so on and so forth. You also dovetail that into RFID standards when we're on the topic of mandates. Entities like Auburn University, ARC certification, has W1 through W6 categories specific to Walmart, but specific to various types of items, and RFID tags that are designed for and comply to work with each.
Steve, would it be fair to say that right now is absolutely the time that an enterprise needs to sit back, review its RFID situation, see how that technology can help improve what it is all about? Would you say, is that fair to say?
That's a very fair comment, and right now is the time. It's, to use a phrase, it's the prime time.
Final question, Steve. I want to talk a little bit more about barcoding itself. Give me an idea, give the viewer an idea just what it is that barcoding can do to help a customer optimize whatever it is that it is intent on doing. Help optimize its operations. What would you say?
Thank you, and thank you for asking that. So barcoding, we have we use a portfolio of products, passive RFID readers, RFID printers, and other peripherals as well. But we also have a software platform called IntelliTrack, which is a single point of truth in that it takes in all of the elements of really IoT devices as a whole, but particularly passive RFID, in taking the RFID data, giving it context, giving it an identity, but also enabling the end user to manage their inventory real time, know what they have on hand at any given moment, from a dashboard point of view, from an analytics point of view, and really, to sum it up, just be able to look at a screen, say, where's my stuff, and look on the screen and say, I know exactly where it is. I know where it's coming from, I know where it's going, I know what I need to reorder. Again, a single point of truth.
Great look at what barcoding is doing itself, and great look at the importance of RFID, in inventory accuracy. Steve, I know you're busy here, but you found the time to speak with us. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, my pleasure.
And Steve Schauer, Barcoding Incorporated, speaking with us today about inventory accuracy and speed and how RFID can help your enterprise. Thanks for watching.